Hey folks, Ryan Rishaug here, getting you set up for game number 4 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings tonight. The headline today, heading into this game, new goaltender in net for Los Angeles. Cam Talbot will take a seat at the end of the bench. David Rittich will go in for the Los Angeles Kings. They got to figure out a way to slow down this Oiler offense, and if a change in net has a chance to do it, LA Kings pretty much have to give it a go, don't they? It'll be Rittich's second career playoff start. Let in 5 goals back in 2022 with the Nashville Predators against the Colorado Avalanche. He did win the last 2 games of the regular season that he started, albeit against San Jose and Anaheim, only let in 2 goals in those 2 games. So Jim Hillier kind of rolling the dice and wondering if a change in net might elicit some better results. Pretty tough go for Cam Talbot. 17 goals through the 3 games that the Oilers were able to score. And a lot of that came on special teams. We know that. But probably some goals that Talbot would have wanted back. It'll be a disappointing result for him. But at this point, the Kings need to do what they can to try and get different results. Let's talk about special teams. Been a huge advantage for the Oilers in this series. And if the Kings are going to have any chance of getting back into this thing, they're going to have to find a way to stymie the Oilers' special teams. They've been absolutely dominant. Their penalty kill is 10 for 10 in this series. Unbelievable how good the penalty kill has been. Meanwhile, the Kings, who've had some discipline issues, have watched the Oilers power play go 7 for 14 so far in this series. So we know that it's a deadly weapon that the Edmonton Oilers have. And they have really made the Kings pay for 50% of the penalties that they've taken so far in this series. So LA is going to have to figure out a way to grab some of that special teams advantage back to their side of the ledger, and perhaps a different goaltender will take a step in the right direction as far as that goes. Just looking for some kind of a performance and changing things up. There will be a change in the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. It happens quite a ways down the lineup. 4th line center position. It's going to be Sam Carrick out, and Derek Ryan, the veteran, getting put into tonight's game. So you wonder, well, why would Chris Knoblauch mess around with a winning lineup? I believe the answer has to do with face-offs. So Carrick, one of the big reasons he was brought in was to kill penalties and to win face-offs on the penalty kill and in the defensive zone. The Oilers have taken 20 shorthanded face-offs in this series. He has taken 12 of those and has only won 4. So I think that's probably a strike against him. He's 13 and 16 in the defensive zone as well. So maybe looking for a little bit better results. Ryan is also a right-handed face-off guy. He will be in. He'll get those penalty kill minutes, and he will take the bulk of those face-offs that Carrick was taking. The Oilers looking for every detail here in ways that they can improve. So it'll be interesting to see how that swap works out tonight. As for the rest of the Oilers lineup, I mean, it's basically just rinse and repeat, isn't it? Evander Kane remains on the line with Leon Draisaitl and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. We saw how dominant he was in game number 3. Emotionally engaged, physically engaged, which he also was certainly in games 1 and 2, but the offense is what followed once Chris Knoblauch made that change. A fantastic assist, a greasy goal in front of the net, got into the scrap. Like, Evander Kane is checked in a big way. And that's good news for the Oilers, because this is a player who, divulged that he had the sports hernia injury, something that he's been dealing with all season long, as he says. And so the question is, can he handle these increased minutes night after night? And that'll be something that we keep an eye on. Is Evander Kane, fighting through this injury, able to play at the pace required to play in the top 6? So far looks really, really good, and has been a big emotional swing in the Oilers' direction with his contribution so far. Warren Foegele drops down to the 3rd line as he did when that change was made. With Ryan McLeod and Corey Perry, analytically that line has done really well. Their shot share has been very good. Ryan McLeod's always excellent in that regard. So that's been a great matchup. And of course, Connor McDavid, as we know, he's got 9 points here in 3 games, has really won his matchup too. Whoever he's out there against has been pretty dominant in terms of flow of play and shot share. So it's kind of rinse and repeat here for the Oilers. They found the formula in game 3. The Kings, watch them try and get physical. They're going to. Some of the most success they had in game number 3 was when they got in on the forecheck and started punishing those Oilers blue liners. That's one of the things that led to the goal that they did score. So look for the Kings to get it in, get physical, try and make this a mucky affair for the Oilers. But so far, 2 of the 3 games, the Oilers have done a good job of dealing with that neutral zone 1-3-1 that the Kings throw at them. They've done a good job of generating offense, busting that 1-3-1, and carrying the flow of play. Real opportunity to take a stranglehold on this series tonight in LA. And we'll have full post-game coverage, by the way, on SportsCenter and on YouTube as well. So stay tuned to TSN, tsn.ca, and all of our digital properties.